We are now less than 5 days from next Monday's total solar eclipse, and many are wondering what kind of effect this is going to have. Trump and most Republicans refuse to accept they've lost the election and instead are choosing to continue to lie to their supporters, repeatedly insinuating that when all the dust settles on their magical quest to overturn the election, the rightful winner is going to be Trump. As a result, millions think they've been ripped off and disenfranchised. That this is a total lie doesn't seem to bother these elected officials, especially Trump, who has been a professional liar since the days of his youth, but it's sad to see Republican politicians sacrifice the country's democratic well-being by cooperating with his clear and shameless attempt to steal an election he is saying someone stole from him. I think the three key charts to study for insight would be Trump's, Biden's, and the USA's. In Biden's case, the 23-degree Sagittarius point, where the new moon eclipse is happening, doesn't make major aspects, but on the downside, isn't too far away from a sesqui square 135-degree to Pluto, and on the upside it's near harmonious ninth harmonic aspects to Mars and Uranus. Since it also happens to be on his ascendant, I interpret this as a bit tense due to the Pluto, but overall quite positive, since it correlates with a starting point on his ascendant sign, which is an excellent place to start things. I'm guessing this is because despite all kinds of futile attempts to litigate the election, the Trump team has zero evidence to support any of their fantastical claims, and so all courts have denied them, now more than 50 times. And even in the Supreme Court of the land, packed to the gills with conservative judges they themselves appointed, is nonetheless prudent and honest enough to tell them to take a hike. So, since as fate would have it, the Electoral College is due to certify the election precisely the morning of the 14th, and they're going to effectively say that Biden has won the election and he will be the new president, Joe will surely have to feel pretty good on that account, even if the Pluto tension makes him nervous, because he knows there are a lot of Trump supporters that will receive this news very negatively and may even engage in acts of violence as a result. Meanwhile, in Trump's chart, the eclipse is in Sagittarius degrees near his moon, but even more importantly, opposing his sun. Right away, this is less favorable, but especially when you throw in the Neptune position, currently at 18 plus Pisces, but effective at 21, which is where it reached this past summer. So this new moon eclipse is going to signify the final nail in the coffin of Trump's delusional attempt to overturn the election. He may continue to fight and flail around, but after December 14th, his forward options go from very low to none. And in the USA chart, the new moon eclipse cuts across the 1st and 7th houses and very close to opposing the natal Mars. This fits the current state of anger and militancy throughout the country, and the fact that there will be a lot of unhappy people, some of them carrying weapons, Mars, this coming Monday. To that, add the fact that the USA features a Neptune square to that Mars, and you understand why there's so much deception and confusion in the air, and Neptune transiting on the other end in Pisces only serves to confirm this rather tense situation. Bottom line, we, and by we I mean the half of the country that was on the winning side of the election, have to find a way to get through the eclipse while hoping the losing side will get over their disappointment as soon as possible. I would counsel all Democrats, or for that matter, all correct-thinking people, to avoid confrontations with the whack jobs on the Trump train. There's no way to convince them. They'll just have to get used to the fact that they lost after enough time happens, which I suspect will be astrologically assisted by the exit of Saturn and Jupiter out of Capricorn into Aquarius that comes only a few days after this eclipse.